Good morning, children. Today we learn public administration. This is the second lesson of the political science. So, public administration. So, in this lesson, we are learning what is the meaning of public administration, what is the scope of the public administration, then what are the training the public administration people they get it. Next to UPSC exam, KPSC. So, these are the public administration departments, and they conduct exam also. Those who pass in these two exams, they can serve as a public administration service. Then law and leaders also, we will learn about this in this lesson. First what is the meaning of public administration? The person who will appoint the UPSC or a KPSC, they do service. After appointment, they get a training. After the appointment, after the training, they allot a place. Maybe DC or a assistant. So like this, they can work as a IAS exam. They can pass. They can serve as a public administration service worker. First, public administration. Public administration nowadays in the modern world is very essential. Without the public administration, the government cannot run smoothly. And nowadays, we have to change because day by day the administration is changing because of the public administration. If you want to change, if you give a training, they will accept, they will adopt with the service. And also, public administration is training for the human society. Human society day by day they are changing their attitude, service, attitude, that and all. So, in the administration also they are adapting swift changing. Next the first administration, that means public administration first started in the USA, America. The person is Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson is also called as a father of public administration because they started first in America. Afterwards all over the world they adopted this public administration. And another fellow, the Alexander Hamilton. So in 1812, first time he used the word public administration. So he also belongs to America. 1812, first time he adopted that word. Next, public administration is holistically, then orderly, it's implemented. So according to Woodrow Wilson said that, Woodrow Wilson's statement, what is the public administration? Public administration is holistically and orderly. The implementation of the law which is acceptable in the state or a central government is a public administration. So second person he said that Alexander, it is related to executive department. It is related to executive department. So and also he explained that in the state or a country, the judiciary and legislature is not important, but executive is very, very important. Without the legislature, without that judiciary, we can run the government, but without that executive, we cannot run the government. It's a meaningless government it becomes. So that's the statement he said. Next, what are the importance of public administration? Public administration provides various facilities and functions. So one by one we will see here. So Woodrow Wilson also said that public administration is very essential for the smooth running of the government. So he said that welfare state. So without developing state, from the condition of welfare state, from the welfare state to functioning state and development activities and enlarging the administration and enlarging the departments and the life of the people. You see, public administration is a life of cycle it is. It is day by day changing, and without the public administration, the government cannot run and cannot function, the departments. And the first important is a public administration is a pillar of the government. First important, public administration is a pillar of the government. So just now I said, without the legislative judiciary, we can run the government. but without executive, you cannot run the government. That means executive is very, very essential. And second one, various functions. So public department nearly now say that 32 departments are there. The 32 departments are functioning in a variety of functions. So here, civil orders, the civil service, next to maintain peace in the country, the peace in the state. Next to educate the people. Next to employment, job, providing a job facility, maintain the equality and economical development. So all are because of this is very, very, very important. See, various functions. Nearly 32 department comes under this administration. That all the 32 departments provide a various facility for the human beings. Public administration is there to develop the human society. Third one, implementation of the laws. See, today laws are old for tomorrow. That means every day new laws are coming, or new things are coming up in the society. So human beings, or we, human society, expect the new things day by day. So because of that also, the public administration is providing a various facility with a modern, the technology, the new things, creativity. So here is also they have to provide policies, welfare functions. And other one, if the public administration is not providing a welfare state and welfare programs, it will be just only administration is written in the records, in the paper, it not come to the courts. Public administration, day by day, they have to change swiftly. Otherwise, it is like a written in the paper, no uses for the human society. Next one, necessary protection. So public administration should give a protection for the people. So nowadays you see all the rights we have, children have the rights, citizens have the right, the government has given the fundamental rights. And even though the government should give a protection, and they want to change means the service can be changed. If the person, you have for example DC or a commissioner is not functioning well, you can change it. You can transfer from one person to other person in a particular place. Next to public administration should maintain the stability. The administration should not up and down. There should not be imbalance. The administration should take into the stability. Equal level we have to take off. Next to supporting legislature. See, always the executive department and the public administration, always they go through the legislature also. What are the rules and regulations they make, that they have to follow it. So always they have to go through this. The executive, judiciary and legislature, smoothly they have to go together. So because of that only, they are given, the public administration has given in a particular word, POST, post, and another one is said cod. So these are the two words they mentioned. The post meaning, the spelling, the explanation they given. P means planning a various plan. See, every department has a planning. So yearly planning or a 5 years planning. So yearly planning, every academic year begins, so that they have to plan. So what are the activity that we are going to do in this year? Planning is very, very important. Second one, organization. The people, those who work in the department, they have to work together. See, various departments, 30 departments should go together. Divisions, subdivisions, responsibility, and every department has a goal. They have to reach a goal. Third one, staff. So appointment is staff, recruitments. So government, day by day, when it's necessary, the 32 departments, nowadays they appoint people through a competitive examination. So through the competitive examination, they appoint, that's called as staffing. So skilled person and unskilled person, according to training, they appoint it. Next to D4 direction. See, government, they have to provide a direction for the people, direction for the every departments. Next to coordination, see for coordination, see better interaction with the various departments. See, I told that 32 departments should not go in 32 direction. They have to go together. Lower education, higher education, then medical, they all go together. So they cannot cut in between this. And the social welfare department, they have to give facility for the people. That means one or other, all these departments should go together. Next, there is a big part protecting. See, government and also department should give protection for the people, human beings, or workers, those who are working in the department. Next, we know that very essential is a budget. So every year you have to make a budget for every department. So first planning, then afterwards the budget. So budget should be accepted by the government, and the government has to sanction amount. That amount should be spent for the welfare of the particular departments. Then afterwards, recruitments. That is called staffing, I said. So nowadays, in the earlier they used to appoint people through the qualification, other one percentage, but it's not like that nowadays. Nowadays, there are all the departments, they appointing a person through the competitive examination. So before going to the competitive examination, they have to fulfill some of the qualification, education qualification especially. See, in that recruitment is also very, very essential, because every year the people will get a retirement. So in those places will be empty. So that places should be fulfilled by the competitive examination. That's called a recruitment. Eligible person should be appointed to the department is called a recruitment through the competitive examination. Now there are two types of competitive examination, or two types of recruitment. One is a direct recruitment, second one is a indirect recruitment. So first one is a direct recruitment, means the person, one who elected, or the eligible person elected through the competitive examination is called a direct election. So for example, one of the fellow commission ಅಥವಾ IPSC ಅಥವಾ KPSC ಅಥವಾ IAS exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ pass ಆಗಿ, so that person is appointed as a commissioner or a TC. So that person directly comes to the post, means that's called a direct selection. Second is indirect selection, means the person when you get a promotion through the experience, if you get a promotion to the higher post, that's called a indirect recruitment.